Alright everybody, I'm doing a little repair on my 2014 F-150 XLT. This is a problem Ford has. The air supply kit, the air duct that they put here, I've already got it removed, most of it. You can see part of it still here. Just fastened on with those keepers. It has one on the passenger side and the driver's side. And there's a little flap that covers this whole area, and that's to make sure that the airflow is going into the radiator and up to your air supply for your cold air intake. There's another baffle up underneath the wheel well. But these parts are like 36 bucks on Amazon. That's the cheapest I could find them. So you're looking at $36 for one side, nearly $30 for the other, and $15 for the bottom one. So we're gonna remedy that. I got a local rubber shop that rolled me out some, about a 3/16 of an inch thick. That stuff is made out of fiber. It don't look like real rubber. It's almost fibrous. And almost the same thing was under the wheel wells. Of course, I already replaced all that. Those wheel wells are the hard plastic type. Looks a lot better all the way around. But let me show you the air supply kit. Okay, and here's the, I believe this is the driver's side. If you can notice, this stuff's just breaking apart. Just comes apart. This truck's only 10 years old. All the pieces, I just saved them. Well, I got this piece of rubber sheet here. I'm sure you could use an old floor mat or something that's real rubber. I mean, you can see it's a little thicker. This is real rubber that come from a place called Santa Flex here in Talladega, Alabama. I saved the pieces and got me a paint pen, drew out the pattern, and I'm gonna cut my own. Save me a lot of money, and it'll be out of thicker, higher grade material. We'll see how that works out here in just a little bit. All right, so what we're gonna do, you just take and trace this out. Paint pen, just trace this out. Mark where your holes go. There's enough of the air duct here to get a pattern. Make sure you get all your holes, because that's where your clips are going to line back up. Line back up, make sure I got the hole marked. We're gonna cut that out. All right, as you can see, this piece of the air duct was missing a good portion because it all broke apart. Of course, we got this part here. This down here, I just had to go by pictures that I found on the parts list. Kind of estimated the gap I had between these two holes. They looked the same on the pictures, but it was here. So I used that measurement to get that. And then I kind of just had to eyeball the rest of it. So we'll see how it works. It's pretty pliable, so we'll see. I went and got me one of these hook knives with a hook blade in it. Cuts the rubber pretty good. Let's see how it cuts. All right, I'm just gonna start into it. Cutting the yellow out because that was part of my pattern. Just take your time with it. It's pretty easy to cut. Like I say, I'm cutting the yellow line out because the template I use, that makes it just a little oversized. Follow it around. I really don't think it has to be perfect. These air ducts, what they do is they direct all the air where it needs to go on the radiator to keep your engine cool, especially on the turbo. So they are a necessity, needed. Or I guess Ford wouldn't have put on there. You'd have just thought that he used a little better product. I would say you need to be careful. Don't want to lose a finger doing this. Just keep them out of the way. Take your time. Make sure you marked all where your holes are, because all your little push pins, they go back in there to hold it. Start back on this. Get this piece cut off. As you can see, this is about 3/16 of an inch thick. The stuff you get, I dare say it's an 1/8 inch thick, and it's this fibrous stuff. I don't even think it's all rubber. Alright, your next step, you can get you a leather punch or anything, make a hole. Stick it in here. I'm gonna do this one here. Take your leather punch, make you a hole, make sure it goes all the way through. Pull the plug out. Or, if you don't have a leather punch, get you a drill bit, line it up over a little hole somewhere. Take your time. Put it in reverse. Kind of let it melt it back. Makes a nice, pretty clean hole. Actually, I prefer the drill bit. I think you can put the drill bit in reverse and it'll melt the hole back out. Makes a little cleaner hole. Do all of them that way. Especially on the ones in the middle that you ain't gonna be able to get a leather punch on. Chase this one out. And there you go, you got yourself a $36 Ford part. Better than OEM. Set that back in the truck, mounts in there like this. Like so. This goes up across the bottom, air duct, twist. Save you $36. I don't care if you got to make it out of a rubber floor mat. Paying $36 for a piece of rubber. Okay, on the driver's side, I want you to notice they had these little splits in this piece. So you're gonna have to mark where those splits are. I mean, they don't have to be perfect. I'm gonna show you what that's for. Little hose right here coming out of the bottom of the radiator, so it'll contour around it. So So you want to make sure you put some little splits in it, because that'd be hard to do once you got it in there. Again, that's right here on this piece on the driver's side. So just take and mark where they are. There's a little split there. A little split right there. A little split right there. And like I said, it's just to give it some room to get around that hose. Okay, as you'll notice, here's your little, I put mine back in so I wouldn't lose them. I bought some new ones in case I needed them. You can go to Harbor Freight and buy a whole box of them for $16. You got a fastener here on the driver's side, the bottom of the radiator, and then one here at the top. And you got this type right here. I'll show you. It's really not holding a whole lot. You take this all the way out and get you some of these little nylon door panel removers. Pop right out. Just make sure you take it all the way out, or you strip the back of it out. And take these loose. Just gotta finagle them a little bit. Might want to put some new ones in it, but these still in pretty good shape. And that bottom one, I may have to put it in first before I get to that. These go, you gotta make sure you put this part in first so that when you bend it around, the holes you made, line it back up. Punch it in. A little tight. Push these through first. First, push it in, push that one in, make sure this flap goes on the other side of that hose that's coming out of the radiator, and get it over there, like so. Spins around, fits right in there, and then this piece back in. Save your little screw. And there you have it. You've got your little air down back. So part goes around the hose. You can tuck this in. And that's how it sits. All in. Show you when I get the others in. Alright, I'm just go ahead and give you a little tip here, because these are much easier to put on while they're outside once you get it lined up. And like I said, go ahead and investigate one of these, because you will rip off a fingernail trying to get them off. A flathead screwdriver, you'll just tear them up. Some of them get boogered up, you know, but you can get a whole pack of these, like I say, from Harbor Freight. I can't remember, $16, whatnot. So pack of automotive plastic fastener kits from Pittsburgh. You can get several different sizes. They'll have one you need in there. Once you get this in, tuck this flap down in the bottom, line your 3 holes up. I would say start at the bottom one first. It looks like it'd be a little easier. Smash that in. Come up to the next one. I used the old one here because it wasn't bad. And then take your top one, tuck it back in there, line up your pin, smash that in, and all that's left is this fastener. Of course, there's some of these in there too. I'm gonna wait and do that one last. These bottom two look like they'd be a little harder to get to. So we'll grab a couple of these smaller ones. Like I said, I'm gonna start them first. Just start them in your hole. Push them through the rubber. Kind of get them prepped and ready to go. Don't worry about it, they'll pull up flush once you smash them in. Line up your hole, smash it in. Line up your hole here, smash it in. Nice tight fit. Fits down in there perfect. And then top piece pulls over here, get that in. Line it up with a hole. This just tucks in. Put the little screw cap back in. Like I say, it don't hold a lot. Put the old ones in there, they'll probably still be used for something. And there you go, guys. This is all ready to go. And don't worry about whether it's bulging out a little bit or not. I mean, that's going to do that on both sides. You can see I got the bottom one in. That's what these are for on the hood. They'll catch that, and they'll, when the hood comes down, it'll mash it in. And of course, all your airflow is into your radiator like it's supposed to be, keeping the vehicle nice and cool. But as you can see, just a little ingenuity, save you a little money. Like I say, I had access to a rubber plant that made these for me because I wanted them a little thicker material. It's about a thick 3/16 of an inch thick. I wanted 1/8, but the roller only went down to 3/16 apparently. So shoot, even better, it'll last a little longer. As you can see, you know, once this pushes in, it's right where it needs to be. Everything's lining up. It's better than that old fibrous stuff that Ford has in their truck. And I believe that's it. All right, and we're gonna fasten it down here, get this stuff out of the way, close the hood, and just see if it closes. If it don't, well, this will be a bum video. But as you can see, there you go. After I get this done, this truck needs a washing. Ain't been washed in a while. So, there we go. Ford Tough. Saved me about right at $100 if you count shipping and everything. I spent $16.99, got the rubber for free. You got an old floor mat, even if you had to buy a floor mat or take an old one out of a vehicle. You know, I like to try to keep my truck nice. It's an older truck, but it's my truck. Thank you.